Okay, we're going to talk about how to construct a box and whisker plot today. So let's start with our data set. We've got 180, 105, 165, 198, 230, 216, 204, and 255 for our data set. So the first thing that we have to do is put these numbers in order from least to greatest. So I'm going to start with 105, and then my next number is 165, and I like to just check them off on the top as you see here, just to make sure that I don't miss any. So we got 180, then 198, 204, 216, 230, and then finally 255. Okay, so now the next step is to find the median, and the median is the number that is in between, it is in the very middle of all of our data points. So since I have 8 data points, that means I have 4 on one side and 4 on the other side. So my median is right here in the middle, in between 198 and 204. So what I have to do to find the median now is to average these two numbers, or find the mean of these two numbers. So in order to do that, we need to add them first, 198 plus 204. And then once we get that sum, we're going to divide by 2 in order to find the average. So I've got 402 when I add them together. Now let's divide by 2. So 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 goes into 0 0 times, and into 2 1 time. So my median is 201. So I'm going to put that just write it up there at the top. The next step I think that we should do is go ahead and make our number line that we're going to construct our box and whisker plot on top of. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit, but I do want to note that I want to make sure that I have enough of a span on my number line to cover the smallest and the largest values. So as you can see through the magic of editing, I've got my number line from 90 to 270, which covers from 105 to 255. Okay, so now let's talk about that median that we found, 201, and go ahead and plot it on our number line. Here's 200, so 201 is going to be just slightly to the right of that. And there's my first data point, and I'm just going to have it hovering there above the number line. So now let's talk about our first quartile. So the first quartile is the median of the first half of our number set. So again, I've got an even number of data points, so my median, or my first quartile, is going to be right in between 165 and 180. So I have to again find the average, or the mean, between 165 and 180. Okay, so I have 345, and now I'm going to divide by 2. So 345 divided by 2, let's do some long division here. 2 goes into 3 1 time. Bring down my 4, that goes in 7 times. 14, bring down my 5. So it looks like we're going to have a decimal for this one, and that's okay. So that's 4. So here we add our decimal and our extra 0. Bring that 0 down. So 2 can go into 10 5 times. So since that is 172.5, then that is our first quartile. So I'm going to write that up here. And then we'll go ahead and note that on our number line. So here's 170. I'm going to shift over just a little bit to mark 172.5. Okay, so let's talk about our third quartile. Again, we have 4 numbers in the last half, and we need to find the median. So here's 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and that means our median is right here in between 216 and 230. So I need to find the average, or the mean, between these two numbers again. So I'm going to add those and get 446, and then divide that by 2. So 2 can go into 4 twice, 2 can go into 4 twice, and 2 can go into 6 3 times. So my third quartile is 223. Just note that up here, and then find it on my number line right there. All right, so let's start constructing the box portion of our box and whisker plot. I'm going to draw some vertical lines straight through my data points, and then connect the top and the bottom in order to make my boxes. So that's all there is to it. That's the box portion of the box and whisker plot. Now for the whiskers are the highest and the lowest numbers in our data set. So in this case, it's 200, 255, and 105. So here's 105, and we draw our whisker. And then we find 255 here and draw our whisker. And that is it. We have constructed our box and whisker plot. I do have some other videos talking about different things with box and whisker plots, so check those out and please subscribe. Thanks so much.